Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. Today we're going to step through a book entitled The Awakened Family by a clinical psychologist who goes by the name of Shefali Tsabary. And it's a book that was published on the 31st of May 2016 and explores a transformative approach to parenting that emphasizes conscious awareness and emotional growth for both parents and children. Dr. Tsabary, as I mentioned before, is a clinical psychologist who gets to see a lot of problem children over the years and is in a very good position to challenge traditional parenting paradigms and encourage parents to awaken to their true selves while fostering authentic connections with their children. The book covers about 10 insights, which includes conscious parenting, the role of the parent as a guide, understanding the child's perspective, emotional awareness, disentangling personal issues, encouraging authenticity, the power of unconditional love, navigating conflict with compassion, fostering independence, and creating a family culture. In terms of conscious parenting, the author here introduces the concept of conscious parenting, which involves being aware of one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in relation to parenting. This approach encourages parents to reflect on their own upbringing and how it influences their parenting style. By becoming more present and mindful, parents can create a nurturing environment for their children. And we need to understand that each child is different and needs to be raised in a way that benefits and enhances the child's individuality and can lead them to fully expressing their life's calling, and hence allow them to be fruitful, content, and fulfilled with their lives and the lives of the members of their families and communities. As a parent, we need to understand that we have a role of being a guide. Instead of seeing themselves as authoritarian figures, parents are encouraged to act as guides for their children. They are not our children, they are God's children, and we are there to help them grow and develop in a productive and a loving way. This shift in perspective fosters collaboration and understanding rather than control and strict obedience. By guiding children to navigate their own emotions and experiences, parents empower them to become independent thinkers and responsible citizens. We need to understand the child's perspective. Dr. Tsabary emphasizes the importance of seeing the world through your children's eyes, through your child's eyes, noting that every child is different from everybody else. Understanding a child's perspective enhances empathy and fosters a deeper and respectful connection. This understanding helps parents respond to their children's individual needs more effectively and establishes a foundation of trust and collaboration. We move on to emotional awareness, and the book highlights the significance of emotional awareness in parenting. The book, like many books, talks about encouraging parents to recognize and manage their own emotions, as these feelings can significantly impact their interactions with their children and with their families and everybody that they touch in their lives. By modeling emotional intelligence, parents teach their children how to navigate their own feelings effectively. Our children are not our clones, and we must never forget that they are growing up in different times and have their own calling and their own fate. What worked for you may not work for them, and what works for them may not work for you. As parents, we are enablers who seek to help our children become more ready for life and to support them along the way. We are all going to have a different past, a different present, and a different future, and are going to experience many different slithers of reality on which we are going to add our own weightings and meaning and base our worldview on. Let's help them gain perspective and encourage them to have a broad and rich inventory of positive and negative experiences to help them navigate the dynamic and ever-changing present that we live in. The fifth point is where we try and disengage our personal issues and disentangle those personal issues at the same time. Dr. Tsabary discusses the necessity for parents to disentangle their own unresolved personal issues from their parenting. This is really important because often parents project their fears, insecurities, and unmet needs onto their poor children. By addressing these issues, parents can break harmful cycles and create healthier family dynamics. Our job isn't to pass on to our children our irrational fears that we have inherited from our backgrounds, our experiences, our parents, our grandparents, our cultures, our schools, our friends, our families, our workmates, the media, and all of the things that we've experienced throughout our lives. We need to be rational and evaluate what we do and live our own lives, because we all have a different fate, a different calling, and a different future from everyone else. We have our life to live and experience and to express and to grow from. We need to encourage authenticity. The author advocates for fostering authenticity in children. Let them be who they are, and they will learn and grow from that. Instead of pressuring children to conform to societal expectations or parental desires, parents should, where possible, encourage their children to embrace their true selves. It is, of course, important to remind them that each choice and each decision that they make will lead to a variety of first, second, and third level consequences that can deliver great rewards as well as big punishments. They need to navigate life with care and be aware of where their decisions are leading them to, because, as we mentioned before, sooner or later we are all going to have to dine at the banquet of consequences. This support allows children to develop a strong sense of identity and self-worth.